Welcome to this fan-requested comparison. Well, sort of. Dragon Gamer. Hey Mark, can you do 2000 Mr. Olympia? Ronnie Coleman versus Kevin Levrone. 2000 Mr. Olympia. I think that Kevin Levrone is the uncrowned Mr. Olympia that year. Well, Dragon Gamer, we are all entitled to our own opinions, and this is bodybuilding. Everything is subjective, of course. But to go as far as to calling Kevin Levrone the uncrowned Mr. Olympia of 2000, I don't know, that's a bit of a stretch. Ronnie Coleman 2000 was not that bad at all, judging by these front relaxed positions. And like I said, sort of, because I figure we'll throw the top three in here, because this can draw out weak poses of the gentleman, and in case of ties and things of that nature. Flex Wheeler, of course, placed third. Not the best version of him, though, if you ask me. And to tell you the truth, and I don't mean to ruffle any feathers on Dragon Gamer, but the 2000 Kevin Levrone was not the best. I know he says himself that it was one of his best, but I don't know. Either way, let's skip this symmetry round. We could not get the side relaxed and the rear relaxed. So no real point delivered. Front double bicep poses. This is the muscularity round. And we're going to go through a few of them. Of course, the camera angle is making Flex look a lot smaller than he really is. And judging by this, the arms themselves, Kevin Levrone is in last place. Of course, I'll get some comments saying Flex has synthel in those arms. Arms alone, Ronnie Coleman flattening the other two gentlemen. But like I said, we're going to have a look at a couple other different angles. This is same one for Flex Wheeler, pretty much. But I don't know. The distended stomach of Ronnie, I could see some people taking the victory away from him. But come on, look at the arms. Isn't that a bit much? There was this one here of Flex Wheeler, and you know what? I think he is doing enough in the physique department to defeat Kevin Levrone in the front double bicep shot. There's something, I don't know, I don't like about Kevin Levrone's front double B. Ronnie Coleman, I could see people not giving him this because of his waistline, but I'm going to go ahead and give him the double pointer, and Flex Wheeler takes a 1 point. The front lat spread, judging by this picture comparison, I would say Kevin Levrone is doing enough to defeat Flex Wheeler, but not quite enough to defeat Ronnie Coleman. Let's face it, Coleman's going to have the advantage in the lag department. In any shot, I can imagine. His lats are probably more filled out as well. A little bit hard to see from this picture. So let's just do a little comparison, a one-on-one with Flex and Kevin. And I think Kevin does look better in the front lat spread. I would say for sure his lats are more lower inserted, and he just looks better. His conditioning looks tighter. The lag department, Flex does have an advantage in that area, but I would still give it to Kevin in this pose. Now this is for the double pointer. The angle of the shot of Ronnie Coleman, not very flattering at all. But I think just the lag department, look at the size of those big legs. The big King Coleman. I wager to say, well, actually, I shouldn't have spoke too soon. In this picture comparison, Ronnie Coleman does not look the best, and we have to really take an average. We have to divide them all up, and Kevin did look good in the first comparison. It looked good in the second one between these two, and this one here, Kevin is winning. So there you have it. Kevin Levrone gets the front lat spread, and with no false modesty, I would say he gets the double pointer in the side chest as well. Like I said earlier, Ronnie will always have the advantage in the lag department, but look at the overwhelming pec advantage that Kevin Levrone has in the side. Just unreal. Kenny, not the best in this one, and no, I didn't make a mistake there and call Kevin Kenny. This is Kenny Flex Wheeler. That's his name, Kenneth. Anyway, I am a dink, And I would wager to say Flex Wheeler is not in contention of this pose. Gee, those legs sure do look good on Ronnie Coleman. A lot of people like this pose on the King. But really, take a look at it. It just does not scream side chest to me. The delt is overwhelming the chest, and you look at I was going to call him Kenny. See, I screwed myself up. Look at Kevin Levrone. Kevin Levrone, this is a side chest. Just unreal. Pec department, arms, just everything looks perfect to a T. So Levrone, he may win this competition after all. I think he's in the lead so far. The side tricep, a little bit of a controversial decision here. This is the only picture that I could find of Flex Wheeler hitting this shot. And he had a decent side tricep. I think 9 times out of 10, he would take Coleman in this shot for sure, which is unfortunate. But anyway, on to the races, and this is for first place. Ronnie Coleman versus Kevin Levrone. Come on. Who would pick King Coleman in this shot? From his legs to the upper body to that fizzled away little tricep of his? Kevin Levrone gets this one with ease, But this is a little bit of an unfair situation. I would assume Flex Wheeler would beat King Coleman, but we can't really say for sure. We don't have the picture comparison. So we'll give Kevin Levrone 2 points and King Coleman, Flex Wheeler 1 point each. This is the most fair decision that I can make. All right, back departments. And this will make or break this competition, I believe, judging by this one. And I would say King Coleman, very hard to beat for sure. Flex Wheeler, a terrible display of a rear lat spread. Just not the best pose for him. Not a bad shot for him earlier on in his career, but it got more and more narrow each passing year. So he's pretty much been written off of a lot of these shots. So on to King Coleman and Kevin Levrone. I just don't think Levrone has the three-dimensional thickness in the lower lat insertions. And you look at the glutes, and of course the hamstrings, just unreal overall conditioning. And I would say King Coleman has this one for sure. Look at the lower back on the King. Not only is he probably a little bit bigger than Kevin Levrone, or he is bigger, but he is more conditioned as well. Slamming the door shut in the face of Kevin Levrone in the back shot. Rear double bicep poses. Now this one, I could get a little bit of into some trouble for this one. King Coleman, I would say just the glute department, legs, and the back, of course. He is getting this one, the arms as well. But Kevin Levrone is wishy-washy in the conditioning and the muscle separation. Flex Wheeler, not too shabby. He does have the soft glutes though, and I noticed that in the rear lat spread as well. He wasn't really in contention at all. But having said that, I think he might actually be getting Kevin Levrone in this shot. There's just no muscle separation in Kevin's back when he hit this shot. He had a good rear lat spread, but he phoned it in with the rear double B. So I really don't see where Dragon Gamer is picking this information up, that Kevin is beating King Coleman. Both back shots. I think Coleman slammed the door in any chance of a victory. Here in the ab and thigh shot, and again, really, King Coleman, he couldn't beat anybody in this shot. Maybe Dr. Phil, but that's for another matchup, another video. Kevin Levrone never had the strongest ab and thigh shot. He didn't have that thigh to really bring around. He may be losing in the lag department out of all three of these gentlemen. Flex Wheeler, I like his ab and thigh. What can I say? A nice set of abs. He doesn't really have the V taper of the other gentleman, but he has that thigh, the feathering, the best feathering out of all the gentlemen. So, Flex Wheeler takes a double pointer here. Is this his first victory? I think it is. And Kevin Levrone, I think he is doing enough in the ab department. King Coleman, he sucks, just sucks. He has a big thigh, but the ab department, are those abs? Just looks like a little shell or a weird little six-pack. But I do go on. This is the final pose, the most muscular. A last chance for Kevin Levrone to catch up to the big King Coleman. But unfortunately, Coleman was massive here in 2000, as was his waistline. This was probably his biggest, most distended waistline to date in 2000, 99, 98, very trim. But he is so much larger. He is underrated as far as being a giant-sized mass monster here in 2000. I mean, Kevin Levrone, he was monstrous in this pose. Just massive, but small in comparison. His legs really were the failing point in this matchup. He could not compete with King Coleman at all. Flex Wheeler, he really looks funny in this shot. I don't know if it was the stuff he was taking, the synthol perhaps, some sight enhancement oils. Either way, it looks very cosmetic, this pose. Not good at all. Kevin Levrone easily flattening Flex Wheeler in the most muscular, but not nearly enough to beat King Coleman. So let's tally up these points. Flex Wheeler lands in third place, a distant third, and this was much to my non-surprise. Anyway, the fourth place participant that year may have actually defeated Flex Wheeler. We may have a match, including that comparison, a little bit later on. That might be a little bit more interesting than this one. And in second place, and to be honest, this was not a surprise to me at all, Kevin Levrone. He was good, not too bad at all in 2000, but it was not his best year, and he really had to catch Coleman sleeping. With an undersized Coleman like in 2000, or 2002, sorry, and a nice, good, trim physique of the 2002 Kevin Levrone. I believe that was his year, but not in 2000, not in 2000. Coleman takes this one. He is your winner of this matchup. He's the king. What can I say? And in my opinion, the 2000 Ronnie Coleman is very underrated. One of his best. One of his best. Of course, if you ask Coleman his best year, you know what he says. They're all the best. They're all the best. So when you ask some of these guys, just because they are the best bodybuilders in the world, doesn't necessarily make them the best judges, you know. And the reason why I'm saying that, Kevin Levrone has stated that the 2000 was perhaps one of his best versions. But I could think of several versions that were better than this one. Just personally to him, he liked it. So anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Hit a thumbs up if you did. And subscribe if you haven't already. Dragon Gamer. I like to do the video for you, but I just don't agree. I think that Ronnie Coleman was the 2000 Mr. Olympia winner. Hope you enjoyed the video anyway. Have a great day.